know, Linkswell has been hard at work coming up with all different solutions for different applications for that extra large screen format that people are asking for. Well, in the news today, we've got a brand new application to talk about, guys. A very popular one for the 16 to 23 Toyota Tacoma. Yes, a huge screen solution for this platform, which is very popular. We go now to Linkswell's Jonathan Detlison to tell us a little bit more. Now, Jonathan, obviously, T style is something that you guys have found great popularity in, but now here comes an application that I think dealers are going to be pretty excited about.
Yes, I totally agree with you. Tacoma has been one of those that just constantly gets asked about every show we go to. You got anything for the new Tacoma? You got anything for the new Tacoma? And it had been one that we wasn't really on our radar, mainly because of the way the dash fit. The radio was a really slim. There was a whole like bezel that went across it, so it just seemed a bit daunting, and was one of those that we were like, all right, if we have to, we'll do it. And well, we had to, so we went in and did it. And actually, this one is actually loaded with the best screen we've ever had so far as image quality, and I really think the fit and finish is almost probably close to the best as well. So I am super excited to show this one off.
Now, first of all, I know we're in for a treat today, guys, because we see Jonathan in a vehicle, so I can only assume you're actually in a Tacoma, and we're going to see exactly what this unit looks like. And one thing I do want to preface this with is if you're not familiar with the Linkswell brand, this is a company that's come up with large screen solutions, which are obviously touch screen, but also are Android based, so very customizable. And not only that, these kits come with the fit, the finish, the trim, and even the interface. And I'll let Jonathan kind of dive into that a little bit more. But let's go ahead, Jonathan. Show us what this new application looks like for the Tacoma.
Absolutely, man. It would be my honor and privilege to get to reveal to you our brand new 13-inch Tacoma. You can see here, you can actually see the bezel here where we had like cut between and make it still look like it belonged there. And honestly, I really think we did it. But let me give you just give me another angle of it, as you can kind of just see how clean it sits in there. It looks like it belongs in there. Got a little bit of pop up there so we can get that extra inch of screen. But this is by far the cleanest screen we've ever had. It has got, I can promise you this, the image that you are seeing from a camera looking at the screen is not even giving you close to the quality of the screen. But this is it, guys. There you go. We've got some hard buttons on there. What do you say, Ben? You want me to show you how it works?
Yeah, absolutely, Jonathan. I mean, talk to us a little bit about what exactly comes with the kit, because for those who aren't necessarily familiar with what the OE version looks like, talk about that, and then yeah, let's dive right into some of the features and the options that this comes with.
My pleasure. So we got a lot of your hard buttons. So one thing we've learned is there are different people in the industry. Imagine that. Some of them love the touchscreen control. Some of them want some physical buttons. So every radio we've created, probably from generation 3, that has kind of been our focus. How can we give you some hard buttons that work, some of the main features, while still giving you that really clean, high-tech on-screen interface? And so we did very much the same thing here on the Tacoma. So you can see all on the side here, we've got a lot of your AC controls, so they're quick and easy to get to. You can turn on the AC on and off from it all right there. We got a little mute button. But like all of our T-style radios, of course, we have the on-screen controls. So it's as simple as just swiping and tap and climate, and then all of your controls are right there. You mentioned interfacing, so we can retain seat heaters, seat coolers, steering wheel heater. So if you've got that one Tacoma that is loaded to the gill, we can handle all of that. Our Tacoma actually has the factory 360 camera in it as well. We can retain the factory 360 as well, all without any extra parts. You're going to get everything you need for the install right there, all of the fit and finish on the bezels. One other thing that has been one of those features that a lot of people probably miss or maybe don't notice is how we mount the screens, because a lot of times these radios are ISO mounted, where the radio itself is mounted behind, and then you have a dash panel that snaps over the top, and it's really hard to have an entire screen held on by snaps. So you can see here on the dash panel we have two Allen key bolts there. Those actually will go all the way through and into the mounting for the factory radio. So this thing, if you're a Tacoma driver who likes to hit the trails and hit them hard, you don't have to worry about your dash falling out, because we're going to mount it with two big, nice, long fit and finish. You can see, if I probably didn't notice or point those out to you, you probably wouldn't have noticed them, but they're not just fake plastic ones. They're actually real, and they are mounted into the dash to giving you that secure, being able to make sure it's all there. Of course, we can retain this guy. We've got ourselves a TRD off-road, so we've got the four-wheel drive, passenger airbag light, all of your hazards, everything's going to go right back in there. So again, what sets this thing apart, like if you were to look into this, you may, if you didn't know much about Tacomas, you may consider, man, that looks like a stock radio. So we look so factory. We interface with the factory so well to retain all of those things, and then we give you cool things that you can't get on any other radio, mind you. Not just an aftermarket stereo, because we're going to give you preamps. We're going to give you a 4-volt pre-out. We're going to give you a SPDIF output. We're going to give you a toss link so you can go straight to your processor or your DSPs and have a high-end audio. So not only are we going to give you the stuff an aftermarket radio gives you when it comes to all of the expanding on the audio side, but because we're Android, if you've seen any of our videos or any of our products, you know there's so many things that you can do. And one thing that we've changed up on this Generation 6 is rather than our UI looking more factory, we've done it where you can customize a lot of things. So you can see I've got like a Netflix widget here. So if you have certain apps that you want to add a widget to, it's as easy as pushing and holding on an app and deciding that you want to add a widget. So now your home page is starting to look more and more high tech, more and more like your phone or your tablet. One of those things that a lot of folks asked about. But you can see I've got Pluto TV, I got Pandora, we've got Sirius XM with the app, mind you. Let me just preface that you can use the app. And here's what makes this even cooler, guys. Generation 6 has a SIM card slot. So we actually, you can see up here on top of the screen there, 4G. That means this radio is 100% connected to the internet, whether I Wi-Fi or not. It's connected the minute I start it, which means I have all of the cool things that I need data for, and I could do wireless CarPlay. So just some basics of what we got
Jonathan,
going on. What do you
listen,
think?
man. In this little CMA live segment, we won't be able to dive into every little feature it has. But one thing I definitely wanted you to show is that feel of what people are looking for, especially with navigation. I'm wondering if you can't show just a navigation screen to show how clear that is for those looking for that enhanced experience when it comes to navigation.
Yeah, I could totally do that. Let me see if I could get some CarPlay going. My phone is not near me, so hopefully it's in range. If not, then I can open up Google Maps. But there you go. There's CarPlay for you. As simple as that. Bada bing, bada boom. And let me tell you, CarPlay's cool. CarPlay's super cool. But CarPlay on a big screen, that's a game changer, an absolute game changer. So you can see stuff like that. You could even do like your Gaia map. So I actually literally just took our Jeep out last week and used OnX on the radio itself and did all the cool features. It's a cool video you could check out on our YouTube. But yeah, man, you can see right there, like that is something different when it comes to navigation. There's no like trying to figure out where you are. It's as simple as glancing down and it's right there, right in front of your face.
And there you have it, guys. Here's one more shot at an kind of like a behind the seat over the driver's shoulder angle. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It looks awesome. It looks like it's meant to be there, which I think is the point. But to see it executed so well is certainly something to take note of. I mean, for Tacoma enthusiasts, this is an ultimate upgrade. Now, let's just wrap this up real quick, Jonathan. This is a brand new application for Tacoma 16 to 23. We're talking about the Generation 6 T-style radio from Lynxwell. What are we talking about as far as availability, and when's the next time dealers can come and actually play with this thing in person at a show?
Yeah, so we have our very first batch on its way to us. I think we actually have 4 in stock. So they will be hot and ready to go here probably within the next couple weeks. You guys will be ready to rock and roll to order. We will be in Vegas at K-Fest. We will have the Tacoma. We'll also have our F-150 showing off our XL. So you'll be able to get in here, touch it, feel it, play with it, see all the cool features in hand, because it's way cooler to see in person than it is on a screen.